Imagine this is the year 1870 when glorious stories of the royals interweave with stories of gang feuds that happen in every corner of the street, particularly among different fractions of immigrants. The immigrants, they flocked this town because they were attracted to one of the most precious elements ever unearthed, the tin. I'll cut it short. Then came the British and took control of the town, and under its rule, this town became one of the most profitable territories of the empire in Malaya.
Fast forward to 2018, the heyday of tin mining era is long gone, but this town continues to prosper in its own pace.
Today, this town is perfect for those who want peace and quiet. But hey, don't be fooled when I say peace and quiet, because you will be surprised with what this town has to offer. So get ready for
spectacular natural landscapes, historical landmarks, diverse cultures, exciting adventures, and lip-smacking local delicacies.
From the land of eternal peace, I'm Hamza Hamid, and I welcome you to Taipei.
What I really love about this town is that one could easily escape to nature in just a matter of minutes. A minute you are at home or office place, a moment later, after a short walk or drive, you are already surrounded by 130-year-old trees, green fields, huge lakes and clean rivers where humans can benefit from them physically and spiritually. With its fresh air, blissful rain and pristine forests, Taiping is definitely a symbol of total symbiosis with the nature. But remember, we as humans are not the only species living in it. We share the same space with the animal kingdom. Lovely natural setting of Taiping Lake Gardens close to the foot of Bukit Larut gives Taiping Zoo and Night Safari a unique advantage of being able to use nature to its best.
Hello, it's a new day in Taiping and I met new friends here. But Kiko, you remember him from the first episode. And this is Marco from Italy and lovely couple Tias and Jonathan. You are from?
United States.
And in fact, Tias is from our neighboring country, Indonesia. And here we are in Taiping Zoo and Night Safari.
The zoo's mission statement is to become one of the main tourist attractions in Malaysia by creating excellent animal exhibits which take into consideration of the natural habitat in the name of recreation, education, conservation and research.
Established in 1961, this is the oldest zoo in Malaysia and it has more than 1,000 animals representing 140 species of amphibians, reptiles, mammals, birds and fish.
Okay, you find that this place is like a jungle, but this is how we preserve it as it is, as if they are at their natural habitat.
This zoo is known for providing the best care, food and environment for the animals. They also have succeeded in its breeding programs, specifically for the elephants and red does. Not just that, another species that have been successfully bred is the milky stork, which after being kept for a period of time, they are released back into the wild.
As a result of urbanization, we have become increasingly alienated from nature. That is why I believe zoos are created to bring nature back into our lives. A restorative place like this reminds us about that we share this space, this world with all these majestic creatures. Just by loving, understanding, and respecting them, really teach us how to be a better human beings.
The ongoing master plan of the zoo had seen a lot of upgradings, including the setup of Mergastua restaurant in 2016. Apart from Malaysian favorites like the chicken rice or fried noodles, the restaurant also serves a tasteful array of South and Southeast Asian dishes, giving its visitors a satisfying dining experience. Feeling hungry like the king of the jungle? No problem.
So you can come to this place any day or night.
Welcome to the night safari. Did you know that nocturnal animals are much able to pick up scents that linger in the air at night? Since the air is still, it becomes easier for them to track scents and find food.
I'm impressed with the lighting. I mean, it's bright enough for the visitors to see them, but it's dim enough not to disturb their behavior.
Another fun fact: nocturnal animals have less competition when they hunt in the dark. And at the same time, certain species are able to camouflage well to find their way or flee from predators.
I've been to many zoos before. Nocturnal animals, they have highly developed senses of hearing, sight and smell, which are specifically adapted to make the most of night illumination. And they have these special eye cells that enable them to capture light when it's dark, better than humans and other animals can in the same environment.
Life in the dark is so fascinating. We know that, but only nocturnal animals believe it. This corner lot cafe at Jalan Maharaja Lela caught my attention since the first day I arrived in Taipei. Good crowd, cool vibes, there must be something about it, so I decided to give it a try.
Kafe ni kita tunggu start pada tahun 2004. Agak lama lah tu satu-satu kafe bertahan di Taipei lah. And then mostly orang suka pasal di kafe ni satu food dia. And kalau authentic food dia memang sangat authentic, dan kalau western dia punya feeling sangat sedap, dan environment dia and sangat selesa lah walaupun malam, siang. Kalau datang Taipei nak makan kat kafe, macam tu datang Taipei lah.
Friendly young staff, wide selection of local and western food, quick service, commendable taste and worth the price. Gate Cafe checked. Before I left, I asked Muhammad Hamizan to name 5 must-visit places in Taipei.
5 tempat yang best lah dekat Taipei ni. Taman Tasik Taiping, dan kita ada Maxwell Hill, Oleh Sepetang, and Zoo Taiping Night Safari, and last sekali yang paling best ni Gate Cafe lah.
Okay, that's a witty answer, but somehow I was thrilled by one of his suggestions, Bukit Larut. Formerly known as Maxwell Hill, Bukit Larut forms an imposing backdrop of Taiping with its lush greenery. In the 1880s, the British established a hill retreat encased within tropical rainforests with bungalows for their officers at the peak of the hill. Today, Bukit Larut still remains as a hill resort which offers modest accommodation. It is indeed an ideal destination for those wanting to escape from the heat and humidity of the lowlands. But private vehicles are not allowed to go up Bukit Larut. Instead, the management provides transportation service run by a group of experienced off-road drivers. I want to call them the legendary Bukit Larut Riders.
Bukit Larut or Maxwell Hill is not as developed as other popular highland spots in the country, but that's the good news. It preserves this colonial atmosphere where you can find all these old bungalows and patches of English gardens here and there, and they are surrounded by pristine jungle. Isn't that amazing? And the journey from the base to the top is around 13 kilometers, and you can go on foot if you want to, but if you are fit, yes, you can do that. If you're not, you have to hop on to one of these 4x4. See you up there.
The journey going up to the station at the peak takes about 30 minutes. Just like a wild roller coaster ride, the Land Rovers storm through extreme slopes and tame 108 bends with more than 70 sharp bends. Once you arrive at the station, feel free to explore the area. Nature trails are available for you to appreciate the unspoiled natural beauty, or be fond of the Instagram-worthy gardens, or you can join the birdwatching activity. There's also a waterfall if you fancy a cool splash or a picnic. Some will stay the night in one of the rest houses. A local guide told me it is the best place for you to disconnect from everything around you. Or maybe during the quiet stay, you might want to start writing a novel. A few steps down the slopes, you will find a playground and a hanging bridge, which will lead to an observation tower. climb up the tower, and from there, you will be rewarded with a panoramic view of Taiping town. Aha! And some will find the most serene spot to enjoy romantic moment and become one with the spectacular landscape. From 1,306 meters above sea level, we were back in Taiping town for more of its delectable destinations. Nafi's Kitchen at Jalan Kota welcomed us with a variety of Malaysian dishes.
So it's makan time, and I'm going to introduce all this to my guests. This is fried mixed veggie, and this is curry, lamb curry, and this is sibas in tamarind sauce, and this is ayam masak merah, ayam in tomato puree, and also this pork, and this is lala, seashell in coconut milk, and also turmeric, and this chicken internals in sweet soy sauce. And you have, this is bitter gourd, and also glass noodle in a coconut milk gravy. And you have all these fresh vegetables for you to pick up. Yeah. And of course, this is sambal belacan or sambal terasi. Yeah, sambal terasi. Signature. Yeah. It's hot, and it's also has that shrimp paste in it. So I'm gonna pass me the plates. We're gonna eat it with white rice.
Buon appetito allora.
Selamat makan. Bon appetit. Yeah.
Good.
Nafi's Kitchen is the latest addition to Taiping's food trail, which I believe will become a popular place for friends and families to please their appetite from AM to PM.
So makanan yang kita orang bawa ni makanan daripada malam, makanan daripada Bangkok, daripada Thailand, utara Thailand, bukan selatan Thailand lah. So makanan dia agak beza sikit. Macam kita orang ada keng som, kita ada ikan sushi, kita ada tok man pla, ada pak rapau, macam makanan-makanan yang lain daripada lain.
Good morning, Taipei! With a profusion of old and new breakfast places, locals and visitors alike have become increasingly spoiled for choice when it comes to having their morning meals. The Muhibah Nasi Lemak at Jalan Tupai is one of them. Here you can have your favorite portion of nasi lemak with various side dishes such as fish, chicken, mutton or beef, prepared in distinctive Malaysian and Indonesian style of cookings. One thing for sure, the price you pay won't leave a hole in your wallet. What's more important is for you to comfort your hunger. But what if you are hungry for an exciting adventure surrounded by breathtaking tropical forests? Nope, no strenuous trekking involved this time around. If you are a fan of adrenaline-pumping ride, then come down to ATV Adventure Park La Road for an experience you'll never forget.
Okay, kami ada dua track yang kami sediakan. Satu fun ride dia kita akan ride ATV ni, main keliling tempat kawasan ni. Itu dalam RM50 untuk satu ATV. Dan RM150 tu adalah off-road ke sungai, off-road to river. Dia sejam setengah punya perjalanan. So yang tu RM150. Dua track tu sahaja yang ada buat masa sekarang ni. Okay, kami sediakan helmet dan kasut untuk customer yang datang untuk ride ATV ni lah.
But first, the test drive. This is important for the riders, especially first-timers, to get used to the control of the accelerator, brakes and overall handling.
Today is the day of a gruesome, adrenaline-pumping race. This is going to be an exciting ATV ride, and I'm going to make sure I'll reach the finish line before the American, the Spanish, the Italian and the Indonesian for the honor of Taipei! Okay, who am I kidding? I mean, this activity comes with a strict rule and regulation, and you must make sure you don't use any excessive speeding because safety comes first. I mean, you need to have fun, respect the other riders, and you know, make sure everything goes well. And how am I going to start this?
Press the brake first, and
Press the brake and start.
and the starter. And this accelerate.
Okay.
To move. And gear, right and left, and gear, forward, and reverse. Only that.
Only that. Okay.
Here we go! Remember, eyes on the trail. Eyes on the trail. Be aware about basically everything. Rocky street, tricky slopes, confusing curves and bends. I know you want to have fun, but please take note. Riding an ATV in a forest means you need to expect additional and unforeseen obstacles like fallen branches, soft soil and thorny plants. But do not worry, the marshal will be there to indicate whether you need to stop for a while to clear those restrictions off. There's no feeling to compare the excitement of accelerating. But if you get carried away, this might happen to you. Whoops!
You know what? For a first timer, the route was not that easy at all. We are now here at our first stop, a beautiful river. We're gonna rest for a while.
Soaking in a river after that long, sweaty ride is definitely a rewarding moment. Just look at Jonathan, the first to splash in.
It's time to cool off. I'm in, the talents are in, the cameramen are in. Everybody wants to cool off after that exciting ride. I guess this is a perfect ending.
Riders were supposed to enjoy the river break for about 30 minutes before heading back to where we started. But that can wait. We tried to delay the moment as long as we could. Obviously, we were having so much fun in the middle of nowhere. Taiping is truly fascinating. So, 3 days, 2 nights? 5 days, 4 nights? Well, just extend your stay whenever you are in this town. See you in the next episode, yeah?
Is things don't always go the way we planned, but you'll see every day that we'll never turn away.
On HamzTravels, discover Taiping next week. Explore the Heritage Trail. Get a closer look at local crafts. And celebrate diversity Taiping style.